And here we go. Hi. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It is. It has been, Alan.
Well, there's certainly a good reason for that. You know, a little thingies going on. I don't know if have you heard of it?
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's been around the news, for the past year.
Yeah, I think 500,000 people are dead because of it, actually. It's pretty scary stuff.
That's a pretty negative way to start off the first show back, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, well, in life, sometimes you need to just look at some stuff and just laugh a little, So whatever troubles may brew you during the years of our Lord 2020 and 2021, you can put those aside and you can put those to rest now, because it's just the two of us.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Fielding castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just the Two of Us podcast. How you doing? I'm Alan Agostino.
And I'm Michael McDonald.
Oh my God, we're back.
We are back.
We have a lot to talk about.
It's been a year.
It's been a whole year. Well, technically it hasn't, but for you, the listeners viewing at home in your PJs or whatever you may be doing, it has been a year. But we will certainly explain. We actually tried to do this on several different occasions once the whole quarantine thing started. Did it over Discord a couple times, but we scrapped those episodes. Do you know why we scrapped those episodes, Mike?
Because you were a pretty sad boy, that's why.
I was a sad little boy, wasn't I?
You were, and then I was like, well, I got other things to do because, life.
Yeah, because Michael McDonald is a real go-getter, and I'm a real no man when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Well, I got you to do it today, didn't I?
Well, I mean, yes, but we both we were both just so funny story. Now we live together, so that's
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
I kind of did.
Yeah, you've been wanting me to, so yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah. My one friend, I thought my one friend was going to do it, but no, he losered out at the last minute.
He likes the dorm life.
He likes the dorm life.
Not naming names here. We don't do that.
We're not going to name names.
Even though we
here.
have name dropped on this podcast.
In fact, I believe we actually name dropped him on this podcast before, but it's fine.
We definitely. Yeah, look at him now. He's happy.
He has a girlfriend. Speaking of which,
yeah,
you don't.
Thank you for reminding me, Alan. Wow, really? Not even. It's only been like what, a month and a half now.
It's only been a month and a half. Yeah, but you know this is crazy.
It's been a really crazy year.
Crazy what can happen in 1 year between two podcasting episodes, isn't it?
We only had 2 episodes before this.
Yeah, I know.
And people were like, when's the next podcast coming out?
My friends back at home who are now subscribed to the Just the Two of Us podcast were asking where the next episode is. And
my cousins were asking the same thing.
And I'm like, I don't know. I think last semester, which is garbage for me personally, I didn't have the motivation to sit down and do something like this, which is a total hypocrisy excuse because the average game of League of Legends is like 45 minutes, but I had the time and the motivation to sit down there and do that. I don't know. I think it's playing a video game and using the part of your brain that creates content, it's not the same. But the same dopamine gets released when you actually successfully pull it off, I think. There's some science mumbo jumbo behind that, but I don't know. I'm not a scientist, even though I will be graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree.
We both will be.
It's
so funny.
Take that, America.
Funny. Yeah, we're real scientists, aren't we? You call me
Dr. McDonald?
Yeah, I guess. That doesn't really have a nice ring to it, actually.
It's not the farmer, it's the scientist, actually.
yeah. Well, or the singer, as everyone confuses me for.
Yeah, famous singer, Michael McDonald of the Doobie Brothers fame, What a Fool Believes.
What a Fool Believes.
Classic song.
I believe a lot of things.
Yeah, featured in GTA 5. A great game.
That's where I found the song from.
Yeah, it's a real classic.
It really is a really classy song.
It isn't a classic song, though. The song you play to yourself when you're trying to buy a PlayStation 5 off the secondhand market for $5,000.
Oh my God, we're really going to hop all the way from a year and we're going to talk about the PlayStation 5 first, basically.
Well, what's the first big thing that happened in the year of our Lord 2021?
WandaVision.
Okay, in that case, we'll backtrack a little bit first. We have a lot to discuss.
And I can cook more now.
Mike can cook more now. Grilled cheese.
Oh, we're past grilled cheese.
A quesadilla.
We're on burgers.
Oh, we're on burgers now.
And we love pasta. I made pasta for you before.
Yeah, you did. It was pretty kick-ass stuff. Shout out to the McDonald family. Great pasta sauce.
It is good pasta sauce.
Really, really filling. Really hits the spot. And surprisingly, no garlic. But yet somehow it has that same savoriness. That's not easy to do.
I mean, there's like garlic I think there's garlic powder.
Oh, is there?
There's garlic something.
It's not like
There's a secret thing in there that
okay.
not a lot of people know about, but
Okay.
I'll keep that a secret for now.
I see, but McDonald's classic family recipe. But it was good. It was really good. It was a nice little family dinner. It was you, me, and your ex-girlfriend. But it's fine.
Yeah,
it happens.
it happens.
It happens.
Hey, we all gotta start somewhere, right?
How are two Italians going to bond over unless it's with homemade pasta?
I mean, that's how we all bond.
Yeah, it's
Pasta brings people together.
it really does.
Maybe that's what everyone just needs pasta.
Truthfully, that might be it. Unless you're like a vegan and meat sauce is scary, which for that I
You
understand.
can make it without the meat. Boom.
There you go.
It's easy.
There was no meat in your sauce. Wait, actually, no, I think there was.
Because I had meatballs, yes.
Yeah, okay.
But
They were good. They
we
were
can
good
do a
meatballs.
separate batch with no meatballs in it.
There we go.
There we go.
Or impossible meat instead. That would be disgusting.
That's all the rage now, is that impossible meat.
My work at nameless location had an impossible burger for the longest time. Never had the balls to try it, but I would imagine it was pretty good. But I'm a rootin' tootin' American. I like my burgers with beef.
Yeah, I don't want that veggie stuff in it,
Yeah, vegetables. Ew, gross, stinky.
I like my vegetables not in meat form, I guess, if that makes any sense.
You like them in vegetable form, from the ground,
Yeah, straight from the ground or a tree, depending. If we're talking fruit, if we're getting to fruit, but
Yeah, they're pretty close in proximity to what they are as
I
foods.
do like making green beans with garlic. Speaking of garlic,
Yes.
yes,
Green beans, your specialty. You take some of that pre-shredded chicken, put it in a little pan, give it some sauce, give it some seasoning a little bit.
yeah, I haven't done that in a while.
You have not.
We're back to the food portion of our podcast. You can see it's just like we picked up, just like where we
It's
ended.
as if we never even left,
It's as
baby.
if we never even left, and here we are.
People listen to this. Isn't this great?
I know, but people enjoy it.
I know. There's something about just the camaraderie of just two jackasses sitting in a bedroom discussing whatever random stuff life brings them. It's solace.
Yeah, we're not in the studio anymore, so yeah, we're in my bedroom.
We're in the McDonald man cave here. So if there's any weird echo, my apologies, but it's fine. Maybe I'll throw an EQ on there to be a little editing wizard.
Yeah, I didn't think I should have bought soundproofing stuff, but hey, didn't know we were doing this. This is a in the spur of the moment kind of thing.
In the spur of the moment, but it wasn't our podcast planned as an in the spur of the moment originally a year ago.
Well, it started off as a joke. If everyone goes back to the, I haven't listened to them in a while, but I know
we
talked
told
about
the
it.
origin story a year ago, so we won't have to rehash that. But quite a lot has happened in the last year now, hasn't it?
I mean, most of it's been kind of the same, but
just
there's some highlights.
a couple highlights that we could list off a couple of them. The PlayStation 5 exists.
Yeah, back to that real quick. I can't get it.
No,
I've
you
been
can't.
trying. I've been trying.
And you couldn't do it. I tried to help you a little bit. I have a site that shows when stuff restocks, and it's like,
yeah,
and I came close for you one time. One time you had an opportunity, and I think you blew it.
I missed it.
You missed it.
I missed it.
You
I
missed
wasn't
it.
fast enough.
You weren't fast enough.
I can always be faster, but I wasn't fast there.
No, you were not. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I mean, look, there's really nothing out anyways for me to play. So
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
yeah, but like, nah. I'm only really looking forward to Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga because I'm a child and I love that.
Can't you just get that? Can't you just get that on your already existing Xbox?
I probably might just do that and end up not getting a console until I really need it. Because
or here's what you do: just be like me and build a PC.
No.
You loser.
no,
Why?
because I'd rather get my own place before I build a monstrosity such as that.
Okay, well, fair enough, respect it. But think of it like this: save your money for a year and just do that instead. The money that you would blow on video games that you wouldn't play, spend it all on a PC.
But I haven't
make it a graduation present.
The last video game I bought was Jedi Fallen Order.
Right.
That was over a year ago now.
It was over a year, so you can do it.
I don't play video games that much anymore.
Fair enough. That's because
I'm too busy making content.
No, you're not. You sit in your bedroom and you watch YouTube videos for hours at a time.
Okay, well, that's not true. I have another podcast that I haven't done in a while either because of schoolwork.
That's right. A second podcast.
Yeah, I started it because you didn't want to do this one anymore. The Amateur Historian. Go follow on YouTube.
Oh, the self-plug.
The self-plug.
The self-plug.
If you want fun history stories and to hear my sweet, sweet voice.
Amateur Historian.
The Amateur
is the way to
Historian
go.
on YouTube, yes.
It's some quality content.
That's fun. I like it.
It's a nice, also kind of contrast, because it's all, this podcast is a completely different vibe in comparison to the Amateur Historian because, this is all professional. The man writes scripts for it.
I do write scripts.
He puts some sound effects in there from time to time. It's a good time. And then this is just Two dudes. What could be better? You know, two guys being dudes.
You know what I was just thinking about
was
before
that?
we started doing this?
What was
I
that?
don't know where the picture at for us, like the picture that goes on this video.
No, I have it.
Okay.
Yeah. That was taken for us last fall or last spring, right before COVID
Wasn't
hit.
it fall?
Or it might have been fall.
No. No, maybe spring.
It was spring because we had technically a new executive board of the organization we were a part
Hold
of
on.
happening.
Let me go back on my phone for a real. I have the pictures.
Michael
dated.
McDonald researching live on the spot on this
It's
podcast.
a podcast. What kind of podcast if I don't research something?
Exactly. You know, we're back, baby.
We're back, baby. Where is it? Where is it?
It would have to have been somewhere around
Hold on. It's after my
early spring 2020, I would imagine, or maybe late winter, January, February.
it's last spring. January. It's the last spring semester, January 30th. Yes, so it definitely was.
Simpler time. It really was a
It was 2
simpler
months
time.
before all this crap went down.
Yeah. We're going to go places. We're not going to go down this can of worms. That's what happened the first episode, and I turned into a depressed little boy.
Look, we've been to a restaurant here and there. We can't say that we haven't been out and about.
It's been depressing sometimes, just kind of being alone at the apartment sometimes. But you know, it's nice to explore things. You know,
I mean, we have to go grocery shopping as every
human
does
you know.
because we do live in an apartment.
And food is a necessity that
Food is
humans
a
are
necessity.
requires that we consume food to exist and live. You know, but it's nice. Me and the lads, Sans, Michael McDonald, we went out to PJ's, our local haunt of choice. Pretty good. They have a new seasonal menu. Not sponsored by PJ's, by the way, but it's
If we could be,
that'd be great.
That'd be great.
But you and I both know that is not happening in our lifetimes. But
I mean, name an advertisement for PJ's though. Like you don't see them. Maybe they want to get into the podcasting world and
they go to Joe Rogan before us. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but like we'll talk really good about them, and
That is true.
They don't have to
That's
pay
true.
us either.
And
But
there's no controversy associated because you know Joe Rogan's Joe Rogan.
yeah, we're just two schmucks.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Two stupid jackasses. But we know a damn good thing or two about food. You know, I got this burger on it, Jack Daniel's ketchup. It's so good. I don't know what it is. There's like a fruitiness, but a tanginess
it's
to
Jack
it.
Daniel's ketchup. It's pretty obvious what
pretty,
it is.
Pretty obvious what it is, but you know, it's good. It's really good. My one buddy, they had this new seasonal thing. They probably won't do it for this much. It's a cheesesteak dip. So good.
I introduced that place to you guys, and you
I
guys
know.
love it.
I know.
It's like funny.
It's the highlight of my friendship is you introducing me to PJ's.
There's one near your house.
Not
Near your house,
No,
but it's about it's about a 25-minute drive from your place.
I'm not
back home.
Is it? I'll have to double check that. I'm not so sure.
I'll show after the show.
I'll
tell you where it's at.
After this wraps up, give me the old location, and maybe I'll see what goes on. But who knows? Maybe I'll be living here, so it wouldn't even matter anyways because I'll just
Well, for
go back
future
to-
reference, you never know.
you never know. Yeah,
Half price wings when they open back up.
if that ever happens again,
If that ever happens again,
who knows?
I mean, who knows?
Half price wings do hit different according to Michael McDonald. 10 wings, classic.
10 wings classic. Yeah, but like it doesn't matter because now I'm 21. But I'm 21 now, by the way.
The
so,
passage of time will do that to you. Yeah.
alcohol. I spent $6 on a Red's Apple Ale or not a Red's Apple Ale, Angry Orchard.
Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was fine.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but beer's not my ideal drink. I'm more of a classy man of
Classy man, like
Jack or
like your wine
I do.
man.
I occasionally. I'm not a big red wine guy, but
Red wine?
red wine. I sound like what's his face from South Park, Cartman there for a second.
Classic reference.
Yeah, of course, classic reference. That's all we are is classic references.
That's like my personality in a nutshell. How my girlfriend will tolerate me, I do not understand.
I don't even understand. Most of us don't understand.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Probably because I have like the mentality and the personality of a small child who's just got mozzarella sticks for the first time, and there's like ska punk music playing in his head.
That's
so
such a really oddly specific.
yeah, I stole it from a tweet.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
because
that's also part of my personality.
you like to steal things. Yeah.
because I'm unoriginal.
Well, we made this. This is pretty original.
Yeah,
then again,
that's
we
it.
were just hopping on the bandwagon at the time of everyone making a podcast.
I mean, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure there's like a million other people that have this exact same setup, but it's nice. It's nice.
It's fun for us,
It's fun. I enjoy this, which is also makes me sound like a hypocrite because we haven't done it for the past year, but it's fine.
Hey, it's there. The channel's there.
The channel's there, it's archival. It's history. Forget modern history,
If you ever think about it, like if like when we die, will those channels still be there after we're dead? You know, it's like a social media graveyard kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. This is memory preservation right here, you know?
This is history,
Yeah.
essentially, for us at least.
I don't care about my job. I want my kids to listen to the Just the Two of Us podcast instead.
That's going to be the biggest flex ever.
No, I won't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it might be. I like to pretend it is.
I mean,
you know?
imagine this podcast blows up and we like get big from it. Then
And then we can get an actual sponsorship with PJs. Think about it.
not sponsored by PJs.
No, not sponsored by PJs, at least not yet.
Or they're technically, it's not just PJs. They're owned by a corporation that owns like other restaurants.
Are they also owned by the same guys that do Buffalo Wild Wings?
No.
Okay.
The Poorhouse is one, not like poor, but like POUR, like poor class.
Poor house.
Yeah.
On to the main event. How was your Valentine's Day, Mike?
Why you gotta be like that? You know how my Valentine's Day was. I was here. No, I was at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went home.
Yeah.
I think I got away for that exact reason.
Technically, you had a better experience than me.
Well, because you were an idiot.
Yeah, well,
Because I came back, I'm like, oh, cool, I'm all good. Like, it was a good weekend. And then I come back to our other roommate. He's like, Alan did a stupid. I'm like, okay, like he normally does stupid stuff. Like, how bad could it be?
Well, let me tell you a story. February 13th, or how I ruined Valentine's Day. My proudest achievement, you know, just the greatest story ever told, you know. It's better than the Bible. It's better than War of the Worlds. It's better than 1984. The payoff is truly fantastic.
All that classic literature you just named.
Thrown right in the trash, you know? So, we'll have to see. It all started. So I pick up Kate, you know, it was gonna be a nice fun evening, you know?
Should we keep this PG? Keep this PG real quick?
How PG we talking?
I'm talking like DreamWorks PG.
Maybe. Anyway, so
Okay.
I pick up Kate. It's going to be a fun weekend. I show to unnamed university with flowers and candy, and I ask her to be my Valentine. And it's all cute. It's all romantic. She's got the biggest smile I've ever seen on her face. It's all sweet. It's cute. Little did she know that the very next day I was going to completely ruin it. But that's, you know, that's beside the point, you know.
I mean, I really don't think you really didn't ruin her Valentine's Day as much as
I didn't ruin her Valentine's Day. Let's clarify. I ruined my Valentine's Day.
and you ruined our roommate's Valentine's Day.
I also just ruined something else too, but we'll get to that. So none of this has to do with her. This literally just has to do with me, and it's not because of her. It's because of my stupidity.
Everyone's gonna be like, "What the heck is he talking about?"
So let's jump into it. You know. So rule number one when it comes to Valentine's Day, in a normal world, make a reservation, go to a restaurant, have yourselves a jolly good time. You know, if you're of age, maybe consume a glass of wine together with your partner, do the little glass, a little clink. You know, it's nice. You order yourself a steak. Maybe she's got herself a nice, I don't know, maybe like a salmon, or maybe also a steak too. You know, maybe it's a steak for two. Go to a steakhouse. I don't know, something nice. But you know, this coronavirus thing exists. So where I live, it would appear that every single person in the state of Pennsylvania likes to just feed and feast on any restaurant worth a damn every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
It's
It's
mostly
normally
normal.
that's
Yeah.
most normal, but especially nowadays, you know, to the point that you can't even go into a restaurant without there being like a 2-hour wait. And Valentine's Day is even worse because that's like the restaurant day of the year, you know.
It's a holiday.
It's a
Yeah.
holiday. It's like it's busier than Christmas. It's busier than Thanksgiving, for God's sake.
Makes more money than either one of those holidays.
Exactly, because drink sales
And couples
and couples.
and desserts.
Exactly. You gotta go ham on that, you know.
Yeah, I really hated doing that. I was kind of glad I didn't have to do that this year, if I'm being honest with you.
The one restaurant I was planning on taking her to actually didn't even take reservations, not for that specific reason, but because they've historically never really done so. Lancaster Brewing Company, great place. Yeah.
Not advertised or sponsored by.
Also not sponsored. I also have a sneaking suspicion we might have talked about this on episode 1 or episode 2.
We definitely talked about Lancaster Brewing Company before.
At some
'cause I
point,
feel
yeah.
like that was right when we were going there a lot and we were eating their pretzels and
God, it's so good. Anyway, that was the initial plan, but that didn't happen. We went to the mall that day as well, just to kind of just explore things, you know.
you
do
really
some
were
things.
all out and about
Yeah, we
during
were.
COVID, weren't you?
Yeah, we were. My shopping mall back at home has a very distinct curse. It's a coin flip. It seems that every time you show up to my local shopping mall, everyone you ever met and or gave a damn about in high school is going to be there. So you have to almost brace yourself for any sort of interaction with someone that you went to high school with.
I get that. Yeah.
And most of the time, it's people you don't associate with or don't like. So it's not like a, hey, how you doing? It's usually just like a, hey, I'm going to go hide in this store right over now, you know? That's why the mall right by this campus is a godsend, because you just get to exist, do things, you know? It's capitalism paradise, you know? It's like this, it's everything that the textbooks wanted us, you know? This is like Ronald Reagan's future or something like that. That's what he hoped for when he ran for president, I think.
For you to go to the mall and not see anyone
That you went to high school with, yes. Introverted Ronald Reagan.
I mean, I see people from college here that work at the mall.
Yeah, but that's different because
We're adults, yeah.
Because not only are we adults, college students have like a same kind of universal level of depression, so that you just kind of you get it, you know. There's none of that I peaked in high school crap. It's just hey, how you doing? That's it. You just you get it, you know. Anyway, so after this happens, we try to go for some food, you know. Lancaster Brewing Company is a fat no, as we found out. We looked at every single restaurant because our local shopping mall plaza also is just surrounded on the outside
They have
by
a lot
bunch
of good places. You look at that BJ's place down.
Yeah, BJ's Brew House. Yeah, they
Yeah.
got BJ's. They got a Longhorn Steakhouse. They got like a Bonefish Grill. They got a ton of stuff.
They got an Olive Garden around there too, don't they?
Yes, they do. And every single one of them had like a 2-hour plus wait.
Yeah, well, that's also because, you know, with the limited capacities, that doesn't help either, you know?
Probably would have made not much of a difference regardless, you know, just with everything happening. So got very upset driving around to different places, just looking around, trying to see, God forbid, is there something I could do to make this worth it, you know? This girl is with me. We've been together for years, but we actually haven't had a proper Valentine's Day. I want to give her something special. So where do I take her? The greatest restaurant for two couples to go on a Valentine's Day romantic excursion. Friendly's, baby.
I can't believe you took her there, dude. I can't believe you took her there.
In retrospect, neither can I. It sounded like a great idea. Like in the car, we were talking about it. It's like, this is pretty good. You know, we've got plenty of good experiences, at Friendly's, you know. Surprisingly, good food. If you can go for it, fine. But this experience was probably not good. First things first, all things considered, this is probably a COVID cesspool at this restaurant. Not gonna lie.
Friendly's isn't the nicest looking restaurant, you know?
Some of them could be rather nice places, but the one we went to, no.
Where is a Friendly's around here? They closed the one that we went to that one time. Were you talking like all over on a?
No.
Okay.
It was like something along the lines of like 20 minutes from our current apartment, something like that. It's kind of in the outskirts, but yeah, not the.
Oh, you know what? I know exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
not the cleanest of places when we certainly walked in here. Now, when we walked into it, I have a sneaking suspicion the waitress was kind of on like the same wavelength of view as me. However, she was on a very different game plan. The game plan is every single person that sits down at this restaurant, I need them to get the living hell out of there as soon as possible so that I can leave as soon as possible so that I don't have to be here on Valentine's Day weekend, which, you know, I understand. But there's one small problem with this whole situation. The fact that she immediately, when she took our drink orders, asked us what we wanted for food. She was like, do you guys need a couple minutes or do you want to order now? It's like, so what do you guys want? It's like,
No, do you want to order now? Give me your food order now.
And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and I was like, I probably could have said, can we just have a few minutes? But, you know, I looked at Kate and I was like, do you know what you want? She said, yeah. I'm like, okay, sure. We'll order now. And I'm like, and so I gave her a little gesture being like, order first. And she's like, no, you order first. And I'm like,
She pulled a reverse Uno on you.
She pulled a reverse Uno on me. And I'm like, no. But I got through it fine. However, she kind of messed up a little bit this part. She wanted the super melt, which is chicken tenders, barbecue sauce, ranch dressing, and cheddar cheese on like a patty melt. It's really good.
Are you sure about that? Ranch and barbecue sauce seemed like that would just.
It actually might be mayonnaise. No,
you lost me with the mayonnaise then. There, yeah.
I know you're not a mayo guy. You would like it. Trust me.
I wouldn't go to Friendly, so I wouldn't know.
You would not. Yeah, you don't. But anyway, it's pretty good. Anyway, not sponsored by Friendlies.
Thank God.
Yikes. Anyway, so Kate has a habit of doing things. She knows what she wants on the menu, but sometimes she gets a little anxious when she orders, and sometimes she'll just order the first thing that she sees on the menu, regardless of whether or not it's what she actually wanted to order. So instead of ordering the super meal that she wanted, she just ordered chicken tenders, which, you know, probably a pretty safe bet, you know.
Chicken tenders
at a place like a Friendly's, you know,
yeah.
It's usually fine. The food gets here. Surprise, surprise, it's garbage. Mine was not that bad, but hers, she didn't like it at all. It usually gets bad when she goes to actually bite my burger, which she usually doesn't. she, just normally sticks to her own food, only taking things like French fries, finger foods, as
Of course,
as girlfriends
as most
do.
girlfriends do. Yes.
Yes. Normally they don't go for the main entree; they just go for the side dish, But
Yeah.
But she went for the burger. I'm like, this is a sign that this is a disaster. And how do you know this is officially a disaster? We did not order dessert.
Out of Friendlies, what they're basically known for is their ice cream.
Yeah.
You didn't order a dessert? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Nothing personal. It's just at that night, at that moment, I don't think it would have sat well in our stomach to have ice cream in addition to what we had endured together.
Oh, well, did you at least get dessert somewhere else?
No, we did not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Dude.
Remember,
You couldn't even just go to grocery store and get a pint of ice cream or something like that?
neither of us wanted it at that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sad.
know.
Friendlies ruined your Valentine's Day.
No, it did not. I ruined my Valentine's Day. We're getting to that. We're getting to the good part.
You're really taking a while to get to this story.
Well, the setup, and then there's the punchline. Well, it's not really a punchline. It's more like
You were stupid.
It's more like everything that you ever thought would be nice was shattered into a million pieces.
'Cause you were dumb.
Yeah. Anyway, so go back to my place. It's nice, Valentine's Day.
My place. It's our place.
It's our place.
It's our place now.
Excuse me. So go back to the place. It's nice, Valentine's Day. It's nice. Getting ready for bed. Nice, enjoyable, albeit questionably fed evening. I decide, it's productive day. I forgot to do my laundry yesterday. Why don't I do such a thing? Okay, that's fine. Now,
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
So let me give a bit of context to this laundry situation because it's important. So, you ever have depression? Sometimes people that have depression.
Are you really going to throw a mental illness for the fact that you were just really dumb?
No, I'm not. But I will say this. Sometimes people in situations like living in a cheap college apartment with a bunch of broskies, they throw their dirty laundry on the floor. We call it a depression pile.
I have a laundry basket.
I know you have a laundry basket, but I also have a laundry basket. The reason why I don't use my laundry basket is because my dresser is broken. Like the bottom bases of like the boards of all the drawers like lopsided on themselves, so I can't like throw my clothes in there. Yeah,
Wait, why would you throw your clothes in your dresser though if they were dirty?
No, I mean like the clean ones. I can't fit them in the dresser.
That's right. So you just lay your clean clothes next to the dresser.
So I keep my clean clothes in the basket. I'll throw my dirty clothes on the floor. Depression pile. I'm a college student. Shut up. Anyway, so I have a thing which many folks have. It's called an iPad. An iPad is a tablet that is released by Apple, I think in the year like 2010 or something like this.
They know what an iPad is.
Yeah, you know what an iPad is. Not sponsored by Apple. Wouldn't that be a twist?
Thank goodness, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
we're going to have to sell out then.
Yeah, sell out maybe, yeah. So my iPad was somehow... sometimes on the floor. I sometimes keep my technology on the floor right by my bed.
So dumb.
I'm not dumb.
I always yell at you for that. Like, so stupid.
Yeah, well, whatever. I've never
Would you leave a baby on the floor, Alan?
That's not even remotely close to the same as an iPad.
Mean, both are very expensive and both are very, if you lose them, then it's
What is
it hurts.
we're not going to get into this right now. So
expensive as in the terms of like babies, they cost a lot of money. You got to buy diapers and all that stuff that goes with it.
So I do my laundry, right? Throw everything.
Hold on. You got to say that you did your laundry at 12 o'clock at night.
No, I did my laundry at 10:30. Actually, thank you very much.
Okay, that's no better.
Well, whatever. What? Tom, my other roommate. Hi, Tom. You've been name dropped in this podcast. Tom was playing video games as Tom does. If Kate was not here, I'd be doing the same thing. It'd be nice, So he was doing Tom things. He would not make a difference regardless of whether or not I was doing laundry at this hour. So do the laundry, throw them in there. I figured, okay, this is pretty bulky. I'm gonna throw on the extra spin cycle just for good measure. Go off, do my own thing. Valentine's Day happens. Happy Valentine's Day, whatever. I hear beep beep beep. Actually, that's not true. The day before, I got pizza, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting like hangry. I'm going to heat up a pizza. I heat the pizza up in my toaster oven that we have here, and I have a little bit of a panic attack because I smell something burning, but I couldn't exactly make out what it was because when I went close to the toaster oven, I wasn't smelling anything burning because usually that's like, well, something.
We normally keep that thing pretty clean. There's normally no droppings that
usually not a lot of
burn
dropping.
off.
I was like, something's burning. There's nothing. Okay, well, that's a bit strange. So anyway, go eat my pizza. It's pretty good. Make another slice. It's nice. Can't smell the burning anymore, so that's good. Wash cycle is done, and I remember Kate looked at me and just basically was like, "Hey, where's your iPad?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's simple. It's probably just underneath my bed. I'll go clean it, or not clean it. I'll go pick it up after I, go retrieve my laundry, So got the laundry basket out. I open up the laundry drawer, and the first thing that I see is the case to my iPad. And I walk into the bedroom, and it was right when I walked into the bedroom that the realization of the monstrosity that just happened just hit my head. It just hit me. So I just look in there, and I'm like, "Hey, babe." And she just looked at me deadpan. She was like, "Alan?" I'm like, "Yes." "Did you put your iPad in the washing machine?" "No." "Alan, did you put your
Alan, you put your iPad in the washing machine, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did. And then she proceeds to scream at me. Well, not really scream at me, but like just scream over the fact that, "Alan, you put your iPad in the washing machine." And we look at each other and we just start laughing so hard we start crying. And at that moment, Kay probably contemplated every single existence that she's ever had with me, but somehow she's still with me. I put my iPad in the
I would
washing
have
machine.
yelled at you if I was here.
Yeah, you probably would have called me a bunch of things that we couldn't say on this podcast.
No.
Yeah. So,
And then you vacuumed out the wash.
So I retrieved the iPad. Regardless of any sort of warranty state, I would not have been able to get any.
Oh, it was destroyed.
It was completely.
gone.
Not only was it completely shattered, the thing almost split in half. Like you could see the CPU of the damn thing.
That's awesome.
That's not awesome.
I think it's awesome.
Which confirmed my suspicions that something was in fact burning, but it just
That was what was burning.
Something was sparking. Just that was great. So
You're really lucky the house and like something didn't happen. And
I was very lucky that something didn't happen. In fact, Kate was telling me, it's like, you're lucky that the iPad was the only possible thing that could have happened. What if something caught on fire and you all had to evacuate? That would have been terrible. But
yeah,
hour and a half taking a vacuum cleaner, just vacuuming everything. It was not fun. It was not fun for me. It was not fun for Kate. Who it wasn't fun for?
Tom was not thrilled.
I have never seen rage in someone's eyes than Mr. Tom himself. It was like, "Hey, Alan, what you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just finishing up. I promise." It's like, I'll probably put them in the dryer. They will be all good. He's like, "Can you put them in the dryer tomorrow?" I'm like, "Okay, Tom, I will." And then that was that. And then threw the iPad in the trash bag, and then put it in another trash bag, tied it all up, ended the journey, went to bed, cried a little bit, lost an iPad.
But you got a Amazon tablet.
But I got a replacement, baby. A $200 Amazon Fire HD 10, not sponsored by Amazon. It's pretty good. It's no iPad, but it's passable.
I mean, you're getting the job done with it.
I'm getting the job done with it, and I mean, maybe I needed something new in my life, maybe this
It's always fun to buy new electronics because I've just spent.
No, it's not.
Well, trust me, you saved a lot more money than I did. My laptop decided to die last semester, if you remember correctly. And I had to go buy an $800 new one because I was like, well, I might as well spend the money because I'd rather have a laptop that will last me a long time instead of, 2 more years in college.
But did you put that laptop in the washing machine?
No,
you didn't.
I had to buy a new laptop because my other laptop the screen was shaking, and I don't know why. I still to this day don't know why. And I found some forums on why a Microsoft Surface does that, and they said it's like a 1% chance that like you could have a defect that could just pop up anytime you buy the tablet. And I'm like, I guess that's kind of lucky that I, had it for 5 years before I decided to do that.
Yeah.
Because considering a lot of the reviews I saw, like it happened to people within like the first couple of days of getting it. Mm. So like for it to hold out at least 5 years, that
5 years is a pretty good lifespan. My iPad was technically 6, and it was on its last legs. It is
just killed it.
Really just
you murdered it,
nuked it, if you will, in a way.
Well, overall,
shaken, rattled, and rolled.
Look, you got something new out of it. Let's think of it that way.
Yeah. put an iPad in the washing machine.
You really did. You really were dumb.
I really did that. Yeah.
Yeah, but we all make mistakes in our life.
Yeah. Regrets. I've had a few.
Oh, don't even get started. Don't even get started with that. Don't even start singing stuff. Why do you gotta be like
But
that?
then again, you know what? Too few to mention. Okay, that's it. Yeah.
You mister.
Yeah. You know, if you weren't here to experience this in person, I got to make you suffer a little bit with some Frank Sinatra references on top of an iPad on the goddamn washing machine. Perfect. What a perfect experience, you know, and what a perfect Valentine's Day. You had to be there.
Valentine's Day was the last movie, or last time I was in a movie theater.
Yeah, it
last
was.
Valentine's Day.
It was.
I saw Birds of Prey,
Yeah.
and I hate myself for it because it was not a good movie.
It was not.
I really only saw it for Obi-Wan Kenobi
Yeah.
because he was in it.
Yeah. That's really it.
And
Not because of your then girlfriend.
she dragged me to it.
Yeah, she did.
I was like, yeah, whatever. It's a superhero. It's a DC thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I'll give it a shot. I like Harley Quinn. Oh God, what the act? Margot Robbie. I like her as Harley Quinn. Like she's pretty good. Like it definitely. She's like the Iron Man. Like Robert Downey Jr. Like she's meant to play that role. I think.
Just needed a better movie.
Just needed a better movie. And
Yeah.
the thing is, it was a Birds of Prey movie, but Harley Quinn's not in the Birds of Prey.
No, she's
They
not.
just needed the Birds of Prey movie to happen, but they attached Harley to get people to go see it.
Exactly.
But then again, they're James Gunn's redoing the Suicide Squad again, so she's back in it as Harley. What, John Cena? Did you hear John Cena's in?
John Cena is in that movie. You know, it's actually funny you mention that. So remember when John Cena had like sexy hair back in like a couple of years ago, like 2016, 2017?
Can't say I do. No.
Well, he did. I was so excited because my one buddy, who's also a wrestling fan, not an actual wrestler. No, that'd be a plot twist.
He's just an avid fan of
Just
wrestling.
an avid fan of wrestling. Yeah, we found a WWE figure of sexy haired John Cena.
Do you own this sexy hair
No,
figure?
I really don't. But just think John Cena, but he has like my hair, just like but more attractive. If that like gives you like a mental image.
Okay.
It
gives me a mental image because I'm looking at you.
Yeah, it doesn't really work because John Cena's, John Cena, and I'm this hair.
Alan Agostino.
Yeah, this hair.
Like John Cena.
Yeah,
Alan Agostino.
Yeah, John Cena is just, just modern just pure, just specimen,
He's acting now. He's not even doing. I don't think he does wrestling anymore. Or if he does, it's very, very, very few.
I mean, I'm going to be going back to wrestling sometime soon. I don't know if his acting career is going to take off in the same way Dwayne Johnson's did.
I mean, he did the movie. What movies has he done? Oh, I think he's. Hold on.
Michael McDonald pulling out the cell phone for research once again.
He's literally done like crappy directed DVD movies and stuff like
Wasn't
that.
he in like the Tooth Fairy 2? Wait, no, that's Larry the Cable Guy, actually.
The Tooth Fairy 2? Wasn't Dwayne The Rock Johnson in the
No,
first
he was
one?
he was the first one. Yeah, I don't know why I'm remembering that, but it's fine.
Oh, that's right. He was in Bumblebee. Remember Bumblebee with what's her face? Haley Steinfeld.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
He was in Ferdinand, which is like that animated movie. He's in Fast 9. He plays Vin Diesel's brother in Fast 9.
Oh, nice,
Which
nice.
hasn't come out. That got delayed. Like everything's getting delayed again. Mm-hmm. He was in Daddy's Home too. Duh, I forgot about that. He plays the stepfather. The movie Trainwreck. Oh, he's actually in quite a few things. Oh, duh, he was Fred's dad in Fred the movie. Remember Fred?
Oh, we were just really going down this can of worms, aren't we?
I'm just going through the list of things.
Jesus Christ.
Are you smarter than a fifth? Oh, what? Is he the host of that? Is he like the now host of that?
Maybe he. Oh, did he replace Jeff Foxworthy?
I think he did.
Oh man.
Oh, he's in Doolittle with Robert Downey Jr. Wait a minute. It says he's in Thor Ragnarok. Wait a second.
Was he in Thor
John Cena,
Ragnarok?
Thor Ragnarok.
Was he in
Hold
Thor?
on about that.
Hold on.
Who did he play?
Was he there? Maybe he was an extra.
He was a cameo. Hold on.
Yeah, I think he was a cameo, maybe.
Well, Matt Damon was in that movie, but like as a cameo. You know how like on Google, if you type in a person's name and like, oh, John Cena, Thor Ragnarok,
Okay.
it's like Google will automatically filter John Cena as part of the cast list. That's what happened. That's why it says it.
Yeah, I was gonna say not confirmed.
Yeah, it was like what do you call it? With Benedict Cumberbatch for WandaVision. Like people like, oh, Doctor Strange, WandaVision, and then
all
the
the
Google search filters.
all the writing interns have to make these articles for these websites so they get more traffic and things like that. It's like crap.
It's just clickbait.
It's just clickbait, basically. Yeah.
I mean, there's so many clickbait titles for movies coming out.
You just got clickbaited right here on this podcast.
I did because I literally thought John Cena was in Thor Ragnarok for a second.
But now here it is.
But he's in the Suicide Squad. He's in the Suicide Squad.
Isn't that great?
I'm excited for it because James Gunn is good at writing weird things like that. And the Suicide Squad is just pure nonsense.
Yes, it is.
The first one was really
Not good.
not good.
No, it was not.
It was not.
Not at all.
Most DC movies aren't that good.
I'd argue every single one of them post Dark Knight Rises probably isn't.
You can't count that. I'm calling DCEU though.
Okay, that's fine.
That's the Nolan trilogy's in its own entire thing.
Yeah, it's its own thing.
Like, I can enjoy Man of Steel. They didn't do Superman the character any justice, but it was a cool movie.
Yeah,
Visual wise.
What
was the next one?
Yeah.
What? Suicide Squad was next?
No, Batman v Superman was next.
No, I'm pretty sure Suicide Squad.
No, Batman v Superman.
Nah.
Because Suicide Squad came afterwards, and Ben Affleck was in it for.
You're right. No, you're right. Yeah,
For
because for 2 seconds.
For like
yeah,
10 minutes, he's like, "I'm Batman. I kill people in this universe." And
Zack
stuff.
Snyder, the guy who directs all those, he's like, he doesn't kill him. It's like, dude, like Batman v Superman, he runs over and shoots a bunch of people in a car. Like,
Yeah,
that's killing someone.
that's straight up murder, actually.
Why is? And then what? You had after it was Justice League. They went straight to Justice League, right?
No, they went Wonder Woman, then Justice
Oh my
League.
god, Wonder Woman was probably the only good one.
Wasn't even that good. There were some plot holes in that movie.
Okay, but like, I can watch that versus Suicide Squad and enjoy myself.
A little bit more.
And then Justice League, which we're getting the Snyder Cut, baby. Less than a few weeks to the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, the 4-hour movie.
I'm watching it. I don't give a crap.
I know you don't.
I saw the 2017 one in theaters.
Biggest mistake of your life?
Well,
One of them?
yeah, it's one of my times I hated going to the movies. There's that. It was that, and it was Jurassic World 2,
Wow.
Fallen Kingdom.
Wow.
I hated that movie.
You did.
I walked out of the theater.
You walked out of the theater.
vocal about how much I hated it.
Oh, God.
You could have watched the entire trailer and predicted what was going to happen.
You know, it said that movie was made for like audiences in like China and Asia.
You know what? I have heard that.
Just because of had the way the movie's kind of set up, it's like there's nothing offensive to their culture. It's literally just dinosaur action movie.
Yeah, but like the ending, I hated the ending. I just hated the ending. And I hated that I spent $12, $13, whatever the 2018 summer blockbuster ticket was worth back then, to go see a movie that I basically predicted everything before walking into it.
Nice.
And the ending, spoiler alerts, if anyone hasn't seen Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, it's been out for what, 3-4 years now, or 3 years now. So
It's been a hot minute.
basically, the little girl is like, I let all the dinosaurs free so they don't die because they're just like me. And I'm like, I lost it. I was like, that is so stupid. So stupid. It's like you just literally endangered so many people with wild dinosaurs out in the world. It's like,
What are you gonna do?
nothing. You can't do anything. You
can't do anything.
They're dinosaurs.
They're dinosaurs.
I mean, like, you could kill them, sure. They're not like indestructible, but like, they're still dinosaurs. They can still do damage.
Yeah. They hurt, you know? They bite people. Owie.
Some bite people, yeah. Others could step on people, you know. They don't know.
Yeah.
They're dinosaurs. They don't know what the heck a car is.
They
They don't know what a house looks like. You know, yeah, like people. They don't know what people are.
they just start munching. You know, they are in fact dinosaurs.
Yeah, now they're making the third one's coming out this. I want to say next year.
Something like that.
They're making
yeah.
They're trying to make a trilogy like they did with the original 3. But like,
Is it gonna work?
I don't know.
Probably not.
It's Chris Pratt. I mean, everyone loves Chris Pratt. Oh, not right now. Not everyone loves Chris Pratt. But that's
That's a story for another
a
day.
story for another day that I don't want to get talking about because why do we need to get political on this podcast?
Exactly. Even though I already mentioned the Bible, even though I already mentioned 1984,
And
even
Ronald
though,
Reagan.
And Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, but you did that as jokingly.
Yeah,
We don't need to talk about
that's
political
comedic
issues
intent.
on this podcast.
No, we don't. That's for your other podcast, actually.
My other podcast doesn't talk about politics, though. We may talk about political events that
Nah,
were
yeah,
stupid.
True. So what you're saying is next episode you're talking about Watergate.
No. No.
But
no.
what if you did? But what if you did?
Down the line, sure, but like, no. Who wants to listen to a thing about Watergate? I like to do the fun, unknown things about history, or the mysteries
all
about
right.
history.
Okay, that's fine. You're too much of a coward to do Watergate. I get
Then
it.
you do Watergate.
Just-
Let's talk about it right now, Alan.
What if I hosted an episode of the Amateur Historian podcast just for jokes, and I just did it Watergate, and I end the episode of the Amateur Historian by just doing my impression of Richard Nixon, but not the one that actually existed.
one
It
from-
sounds like somebody's breaking in.
It's just a storm, Dick. Sit down. From COD Black Ops Zombies.
That's the joke. April Fool's special Amateur Historian
You got 1 month.
podcast.
You got 1 month to prep a script.
I have 1 month to prep a script. It's supposed to be Watergate, but it's actually going to be the events of 5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A lot of gamers would love that.
A lot of
I know a lot of my subscribers would enjoy that.
A lot of subscribers of the Amateur Historian podcast may be of the gamer variety, so they might.
Well, a good chunk of them are, yeah.
So I think they might appreciate it.
I would appreciate it.
I'll just do your best Michael McDonald impression and just see how it goes.
If you write a script, I'll even just read it.
Honestly,
Honestly, yeah. What else? What else are we doing right now?
just the two of us podcast.
We are doing that. Do you think people actually listen all the way to the end of this podcast?
It's a possibility.
If you are still here, leave a comment saying you are. Whatever the timestamp is, check your screens and write it. But I don't. Leave a comment.
Leave a comment, and also tell me what do you do with your life. And also,
why are you listening to this podcast?
Why are you listening to this podcast?
There's so many other better podcasts.
Go listen to Joe Rogan like everyone else.
Well, he's on Spotify now.
He's on
only.
Spotify. Yeah.
That happened during all this. He went exclusively to Spotify.
for like $1 billion or something.
But then
like
they took
that.
off some of his like most controversial episodes, and people are mad about it.
or something like that. I don't know.
They're censoring people, Alan.
I mean, I don't really care enough about the Joe Rogan experience for me to have any sort of opinion on that personally.
I don't either. I don't listen to him. So
Yeah, there's only one podcast to listen to, and that's the Just the Two of Us podcast.
okay, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's right. I listen to the Amateur Historian podcast too.
There you go. That's more like it.
Yeah. Got to keep Mike happy. You know that's how we do things around here.
That is how we do things around here.
Mwah.
You have to keep me happy.
Yeah. Mwah.
Yes, kiss. Mwah.
There it is.
Now, before we go, do you think we're actually like gonna do this religiously again, or at least somewhat of a schedule?
I would like to.
You only got a few months before you go.
Yes, but think of it like this. When I graduate, maybe the world will be in a different place. So maybe we'll actually have like a somewhat of a decent routine, you know? Because like if I get a place around here and you want to come over record an episode of a podcast, what am I going to do? Say no? No. I think it'd be fun.
It would be fun.
Yeah, and also you'd be over at the place, so I'd have no excuse to be a jackass and say no.
Well, if you have a pool, if you get that place with the pool, then yeah.
Like a townhouse pool, not like a personal pool.
Yeah, I know.
Let's not.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I don't want these people.
A pool's a pool, Alan.
I don't want these people listening to this podcast thinking I got like money bags money here. No. God, no. Christ, I wish.
Doesn't matter. A pool's a pool.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
give a crap if it's a townhouse
House
community
pool,
pool or
yeah,
if it's
fun
your
time, you know.
pool. It could be a blow up pool for all I care.
Summer fun, you know.
Summer loving.
Having a blast in community pool.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. You know, copyrights and with stuff. You know, it's fun. So
John Travolta,
John
a
Travolta,
Scientologist.
yeah.
Hot take.
And that's not a hot take. He was a. He
still is.
Still is. Yeah.
Is he? I don't know.
It's
Tom
weird.
Cruise is.
That I know. Yeah.
We probably shouldn't talk about that.
Yeah.
They might kill us.
Or kill you. You brought it up. I'm just talking in
We'll
agreement.
cut that. We'll cut that out.
Yeah, I added that in post. Yeah. Whatever life may bring you, we hope that this brings you just a little bit of solace in your lifetimes. I'm Alan Agostino,
And I'm Michael McDonald.
and this has been the Just the Two of Us podcast. Take care.
Just the two